Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a short video about the best Tempest Arms to use for your Berserk March. So when it comes to the skills for the different generation of Tempest Arms, most people use S1 and S2 now. And for Berserk heroes, the best ones in my opinion are Crimson Sacrifice to begin with. This is the Ultra skill for Gen 2. And for my red squad, I always aim for causing damage. And the important part right here, when equipped on a Berserk hero, this skill deals 25% pure damage instead, ignoring enemy damage reduction. The important part right here is enemy damage reduction. This is meant to counter the yellow squad because yellow or resilience focuses on damage reduction. And then Mark of Fury would be the next one. And then the most important part would be when equipped on a Berserk hero, each stack increases skill damage by an additional 1%. And then we have Overpower Berserk. I love this one. This particularly works well for heroes that have Enfeeble, like Stacy does. When equipped on a Berserk hero, each time an enemy squad is implied with Enfeeble, damage dealt by that hero squad against them is increased by 0.51%. And then we have here, this one is new. I do not have any with this one, but I've seen reports for this, so I'm quite a fan. Each type of hero has Mark of Divinity. You're better off using the correct one for your type of hero. Like Berserk should be using Berserk, Control, and then Resilience uses Resilience. So for Mark of Divinity, more importantly, when equipped on a Berserk style squad, which means all three heroes have to be Berserk for this to be activated, each stack increases skill damage by an additional 2%, and every 5 times Mark of Divinity is gained, one random enemy squad are applied with Berserk Exposure, which increases damage taken from Berserk style squads by 4.5%, which is stackable and lasting till the end of battle. When you get down to Gen 1, they get much less desirable. I still do like Mark of Strength. So each base attack grants 1 stack of MOS, increasing the next skill damage by 4.5%. Then it resets upon releasing a skill. And then for every 4 base attacks, skill damage is increased by 2.25% until the end of battle. These Mark of Strength causes a crazy amount of damage, especially rally versus rally. And then Aura of Thorns is another decent one because it increases the damage dealt to the enemy front row, which is enemy infantry. And then for every 9 triggers, an additional 175% damage is dealt to enemy front row. So Aura of Thorns is not bad either. Mark of Breach is also, it's not bad for Berserk. Every 4 times they receive skill damage, the mark is triggered, dealing 90% damage. So that's not bad for Berserk either. And then Overpower is, this one is just a lesser version of the Berserk Overpower Ultra Rare skill. This one, every 4 turns, deals 48% damage to all enemies and an additional 12% damage to enfeebled enemies, which works really well with Stacy and other heroes that have Enfeeble. And then we have Mark of Insight Berserk. More importantly, when equipped on a Berserk style squad, which means all 3 have to be Berserk for this to take effect. Keep that in mind. Every 5 times Mark of Insight is gained, 1 random enemy squad are applied with Berserk Exposure, which increases the damage taken from Berserk squads, and it is stackable and lasts until the end of battle. So particularly for Mark of Insight and then Mark of Divinity, you need to make sure your entire squad is red for Berserk. It's important to look at the hero's skills. Like I just showed you that there are heroes where Enfeeble triggers the skill. Sam here grants a shield to each friendly Berserk style squad for 4 turns. So everyone in your rally that sends a Berserk squad will get that shield, which is why it's important for rally joiners to ask the rally leader who they're using. Long as you can get a Berserk squad in there, your troops will have that shield put on them. And then when a shield breaks, 1 stack of Enfeeble are applied to all enemies. Each stack reduces damage dealt by 3% for 4 turns. So Sam here will trigger those 2 in particular. So that's what I really got for you. For Berserk, my favorite is Mark of Strength. That works the best for me, and Crimson Sacrifice. They seem to be the most effective. And keep in mind for Overpower Berserk, and the Mark of Divinity and Mark of Insight, you need to have at least one of the heroes in your Berserk squad have Enfeeble, which would be Stacy has it in lower generation, and then Bella and Sam both have it. So keep that in mind, and make sure when people join your rally, if you're leading with a red squad, make sure they're joining with red heroes too, because it only helps. But if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and please like, share, subscribe. And until next time, bye-bye.